EWSETA. It stands for the Energy and Water Sector Education and Training Authority. We're actually a legislated entity. We're established through the Skills Development Act, and there are 21 SETAs in the country, each responsible for a particular economic sector. We are responsible for the energy and water sectors, two of the most critical globally and particularly here in South Africa, given the numerous challenges that's faced by both the energy and the water sector. We are responsible for facilitating skills development in the sector. So how do we go about doing that? First of all, we work very closely with industry. Really what we are striving for is industry-led skills planning. So it's industry that tells us what are their skills demands now and into the future. And when you look at conferences like Inlet, it gives us a good kind of perspective in where the energy sector is going, particularly into the future. When you look at the new technologies, the use of AI, digital technologies, and we have to then sit back and say, well, do we have the skills in South Africa if we are introducing these technologies into the South African energy sector or water sector? Are there existing skills that will be able to maintain these systems, operate these systems, and even manufacture some of these components locally? If we don't have the skills, then we need to start developing the skills. That's where we also play a role. We develop the qualifications, we get them registered through SACWA and QCTO. We work with QCTO to register accredited training providers to offer the training. So at the end of the day, we've got the skills pipeline, and to be blunt, we're not bringing in international skills to operate our own energy and water systems, but we've got a localized, capacitated skills force that can do that. Inlet provides us the opportunity to engage with a lot of stakeholders, because over and above needing industry input into the skills planning, we also need industry to deliver these skills. So it's about them also taking on the learners into workplaces, giving them the practical exposure, which is really a huge challenge because workplaces aren't readily available in South Africa. The job market is scarce. A lot of businesses are closing down, and the ones that are taking learners in for practical exposure is actually quite minimal. So we need to broaden that. And we also need co-funding. So you've got a lot of international delegates and villages that have been put up where we can engage with international partners like Power Africa and UNDP. We've actually got a program with them where we're co-funding. So it's about looking for co-funding partners, because we can only do so much with our resources, but we can do so much more and have a bigger impact if we partner with a lot of the entities that are part of the Inlet Conference. We are very excited as EWSETA to be driving women transformation and gender parity and gender transformation in a predominantly male sector. Energy and water actually are both sectors that are dominated by a male workforce, and we're trying to change that picture. Not only at your technical elementary levels, but particularly at your managerial and C-suite levels. So we've got a lot of women, female manager development programs and executive development programs that we do with a number of partners. Eskom is actually our main stakeholder in the energy sector, and we have a massive women development program currently running with them, where we have 105 women made up of middle management and executive management, and we are exposing them to the leadership skills needed in the energy and water sector that will allow them to find their voice, find their confidence when you're in a boardroom, and use their innate abilities and their woman intuition to actually break that glass ceiling and find themselves in C-suite roles. And that is a key focus for us. We do a lot of programs like that, not just with Eskom, but with other partners. We work with Wits Business School, Duke University, and we're also driving more young girls in STEM careers, because in energy and water, you do need to take maths and science. You don't necessarily need to be an engineer or science-minded person to find yourself a career in the energy and water space, but it does help. And we don't, if you look at Stats SA, we don't have enough young girls taking up STEM careers and STEM subjects, which limits their entry point into our sectors. So those are key focus areas for us when it comes to our women transformation agenda and strategy, and we're very excited about it. Good things to come.